This first scary doorbell camera footage was taken in broad daylight. A man in his 20s is seen selling candy door to door. The homeowner with the camera would open the door for the man. She would then proceed to make a purchase with the actual transaction itself being shown. But shortly after, 3 more men came into view. They were armed and took advantage of the open door by robbing the woman in her own home. The man selling the candy was involved in the operation from the beginning, and the entire thing was a setup. The man was to gain the homeowner's confidence so they could threaten her with a gun and force her to open the door. The men stole some of her possessions before running away. A nearby house's doorbell camera captured the same man appearing to try to sell candy again just a few minutes before this footage was captured. But the homeowner was suspicious and refused to open the door. The man is seen going up to the house across the street to try again right after this encounter, but the owner would not open the door either. The men involved were never caught by police. This video was recorded on the evening of March 7th, 2019. A man is seen walking onto a front porch of a house and emptying a whole yellow fuel container right in front of the door. But before we get into that scary part of the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this video and want to see more like this one. The man then uses a tiny lighter to try to light the fuel. After failing to catch the fuel on fire, the man gives up and just walks away. It turns out that he had accidentally used diesel fuel instead of regular gasoline, and diesel fuel is much less flammable than regular gasoline. Without a doubt, if the man had used gasoline, he would have set himself and the house ablaze. A mother and her 2 children were present in the home at the time. The police were called by the mother after she saw the video. Then they were located and detained the man in his house directly across the street. The woman insisted that she didn't know the man and didn't understand why he would want to hurt her and her family. The man claimed that he had seen a ghost and was attempting to get rid of it, suggesting he was most likely under the influence of something. He was later charged with attempted murder and arson. A contractor in Houston was working in a townhome on February 2nd, 2022. At around 6 p.m., a masked, armed stranger suddenly appeared inside the townhome with him. The unidentified man then forced the contractor into a bathroom and bound his hands and feet. After that, he searched the townhome for more than an hour while listening to a police scanner to make sure police weren't on their way. And that's exactly what this video showed. The man found the contractor's keys, took several items from the homeowners who were out of town at the time, and then drove away in his truck with everything he had taken. Police were never able to locate the man. However, the stolen truck was. 2 days later, it was discovered abandoned in the parking lot of a nearby restaurant, but nothing else has been discovered since. This doorbell footage was recorded early on July 26, 2019, in the morning. While it's not visible in the footage itself, the house just next to the woman with the camera had been completely set on fire, and because of how close the houses were, this made the house with the camera at risk of also being set on fire. Shown in the video are some of the neighbors desperately trying to warn the homeowners of the threat.
Hey guys, yeah, Their house is on fire.
I know, I'm knocking on the door. There's nobody answering. Can I help you?
The house next door to you is on fire! Your house is almost on fire!
Okay, thank you.
Thankfully, the loud banging was enough to make the homeowners aware of the problem. From there, they would quickly remove all of the kids from the house. They were then taken to a neighboring home across the street, far enough away from the fire. The house with the doorbell camera was ultimately unharmed, except for some damage to the trees and a portion of the garage. This video shows an unidentified man approaching the front door of this house. Right away, he leans against the door and tries to open it without even knocking. The doorbell camera alerts the homeowner that motion is being detected, so the homeowner still gets up to see who it is. The homeowner opens the door to see what the man wants before making any further inquiries. The man then enters the house without a second thought. Naturally, this raised a red flag for the homeowner, who promptly told the man to leave, but the homeowner had to physically push him out of the house because he wouldn't listen.
Hello. Hi. I'm sorry. Who are you? Everybody's not very good. You need to leave. How far? Out there. What? What's the stone stairs here? Come on, where are you going? What's the stairs here? Goodbye, you.
The man violently punches the glass of the door as it is being closed behind him, but thankfully, the homeowner was still able to do so. The man then continues to stand at the door, trying the door handle before the video ends. What this man had actually planned is unknown. This video was taken on the night of August 10, 2021. A woman is seen returning home from work. She unlocks her door and walks in, but before she can close it again, a man that was armed enters her home just behind her. After a short while, another man is visible. The two would approach the woman and demand her car keys. When she gave it to them, they would run back outside to where a car was parked, where they would then drive off with it.
Como pra fora. Oh, don't move. Don't scare him.
Okay.
Police were alerted right away, and a few hours later, they discovered the stolen car at a stoplight. They made an attempt to stop the car, but it sped away. Police had to give up trying to follow it because of its high rate of speed and the rainy night. Although the car hasn't been located yet, the two thieves were discovered just 2 days after the theft. The one who confronted the woman was charged with home invasion, armed robbery, and motor vehicle theft. This happened in Phoenix, Arizona. This was caught on a homeowner's doorbell camera in the middle of the night. A man approaches the front porch carrying a real sword, a hammer, and an axe. He then proceeds to steal multiple items outside of the house. At one point, a car drives by, but the man pays no attention to it. After some time, he walks off carrying his bag filled with stolen items. He's still holding the sword under his arm. A man in Florida would get a message on his phone while at work saying someone had rung his doorbell. This is what he observed when he looked at the live feed. Unsettlingly, the man standing at the front door is holding a handgun in full view of the camera while wearing a hat, sunglasses, and bandana. The man is asked to leave a message for the homeowner by the doorbell's audio system, and so he does.
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
Hey, just wondered if you guys Saw a lost puppy. He's a pit bull. Blue nose. I believe he came in your yard, but I don't want to look without your permission.
Hey, you at the wrong house, dog.
Alright.
He says he lost his dog and wants to search the backyard of the homeowner. He quickly left without further interaction after the homeowner confronted him over the speaker. It turns out that he did this to other houses as well. Police would claim that they had received numerous calls with the same man's description and exact same story. The man was probably attempting to convince the homeowners to unlock their door so that he could then threaten them with his gun, and from there do who knows what. He most likely wasn't aware that the doorbell camera could see his gun from where he was standing in this particular instance, which explains why he would be holding it out in the open by his side. Due to everything the man had covering his face, police were unable to identify him, and as a result, he has not yet been apprehended.